You're listening to KYST 89.3, The Bowl. The Bowl. The Bowl. And now time for South Tucson Youth Football, simulcast on AM 1400, The Growler, and on South Tucson Local Access Channel 22.
Oh, man.
Good evening, everybody. It's a late one here on the East Coast, but it is time for more South Tucson Youth Football Corso Cup second round action. My name is Brian. I'm flying solo at the moment. I know I got somebody joining me in the broadcast booth soon enough. 4 big games to get things started. We got 8 in total, 4 in the early session, and here is the first slate of games. We got the Horse Pussy Saloon taking on Shoeless Jim's Diabetic Candy Store. Kebab Barkers taking on World of Shrapnel. You Need a Clown, the 6th seed, taking on the 14th seed Casa de Gordoso. And will another 1 seed fall? We'll find out as Hootenanny's Country Western Daycare faces the 9 seed of Crossbow of the Month Club. There's our later slate of games. That's the 4 you're going to see later. And again, we got one more 1 seed there. Taxes, Roadhouse versus Dagum Singh's Exotic Kohlers.
Some deep to return.
4 games going on. We see a big haze over in the Horse Pussy Saloon versus Shoeless Jim's. I don't know if that's just sugary dust. We'll get more about that in just a few, but we're going to start things off with Hootenannies and Crossbow of the Month Club. As you've become familiar with the Corso Cup, we got so many games, got to keep them going multiple games at once. 4 games going on right now. We got the scores at the top of your screen. Dodge Durango with a 15-yard catch for Crossbow of the Month to get things started. We're going to be with you with every scoring play. We're not going to miss a single scoring play. We're going to get you to all the red zone opportunities that we possibly can without calling it something that's probably copyrighted. So there you have it. South Tucson action. Ben, are you there?
I am there.
You finally made it up the stairs. It's a long staircase to get into the studio.
Oh yes, I had to make base camp halfway through because I don't understand how base camp works.
Did you kill a Sherpa? Not yourself, but I mean, like, did your Sherpa die?
Oh, I don't believe in Sherpas. I don't believe they exist.
That's an odd religious belief, but okay, fair enough.
Yes, I don't believe in cultural appropriation by climbing mountains.
No doubt. That's about the most admirable thing I could hear from this conversation.
That's the craziest sentence that's ever been said.
I don't believe.
And I guarantee
no, it's not. That won't be the
unironically.
craziest sentence said on this stream tonight. So let's not set the bar so high that we can't leap over it.
Let's get to the CTE. Cool times, everybody.
Yeah, right. Well, CTE were knocked out in the first round. Appropriately enough, CTE knocked out. They lost to, was it, who'd they lose to? I got to pull up the bracket again.
Depression and anxiety?
Yes, they lost. Yeah, they lost to Life. We got a big fog game going on over at the Muni with the Horse Pussy Saloon and Shoeless Jim's Diabetic Candy Store. Not sure if that's just dust from the stables or powdered sugar coating the air.
It could also be the mist from the film The Mist.
It might be. It is South Tucson. Anything can go there. That's right. CTE lost in the dreaded 5-12 matchup to Extreme Dentistry. The 12 seed getting the upset.
I love this.
And we see.
Tom,
Good.
you can go ahead. I'm gonna make a bad joke. You go first.
No, we got Shoeless Jim's in the red zone right now, hanging on to it themselves, cutting in. Phillip White the touchdown. The quarterback hanging on to it. They take the lead in the 7-12 and 7-2 matchup.
Thomas Jane, put down your shotgun. No reason to kill yourself yet. The monsters have not come.
Jeez.
Spoiler alert. Don't give a fuck.
I mean, I don't even know what you were spoiling, so it doesn't matter to me.
Punisher Wars.
Oh, neat. Okay.
No, he's not in that movie.
I don't know.
I couldn't think of.
You could have said that, and I would have believed you.
Series,
You could have just said it, and I would have believed you. Here's Kebab Barkers taking on World of Shrapnel. Kebab Barkers, the 5 seed out of the West South Tucson region. They beat Salmon Sons Gazebo Repair in the 5-12 matchup. They're taking on World of Shrapnel, the 13 seed. who upset Abigail May's aggressive steakhouse. And Kebab Barker's lowering the head. Graham Bush, 5-yard touchdown run. And they're the second team to score in a considerably less foggy section of South Tucson.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, right. That's why I'm assuming it's got to be like some powdered sugar or something. Like, it was raining in one of our games, and we learned it was just borscht.
Remember, if something's happening in South Tucson doesn't make sense, a wizard did it.
I mean, if we need to go to that reasoning, then why not? Here's You Need a Clown, the very first champions of South Tucson youth football. They're a 6th seed in the South Tucson region.
What is You Need a clown rental business?
Yes, it's just a warehouse full of clowns, and if you need a clown, you can call them up and they will send a clown.
Yes, they must be fired up today with the new It trailer. Must be realizing their business is about to tank, so they might as well get some moral victories on the way.
Well, this is a good time to, yeah, that's true. Well, I think in South Tucson, they'd probably hire more clowns just to promote that. They just have them hanging out at schoolyards, just standing in the parking lot alone, on the playground.
You'll float too! You'll float too! Terrible commercial for You Need a Clown.
Yeah, right. I just picture like kids in the classroom, and it's like it's in this case it'd be summer school, but you know, like it's like a warm late April day, and they're in like their social studies class, and they're just getting bored, and they look out the window, and normally they see like an empty playground, and just I wish I could be outside playing, and instead just an airplane playground. They still see an empty playground with one of the swings just kind of rocking, and standing nearby is just a clown holding a balloon. And nothing else.
Just kill yourself. It's just like I'm not afraid of clowns, but like clowns are fucking scary.
But now you are with that scenario. If that scenario came about, you'd be scared of one.
What'd be scarier, a bunch of clowns or one clown?
A single clown. There's a bunch of clowns. There's the possibility of merriment.
An individual clown, in and of itself,
has to make his own fun. And Hootenanny's making their own fun. They're up 7-0.
That is a rare example of pluralizing it makes it less scary.
Sure. Like, are there other examples of this? Please go on.
I don't know. Like you see one bee, you're scared. A bunch of bees, you're scared. Like, what is something where if you see a bunch, you're not scared, but if you see one, you're terrified? It's clowns. Like,
oh my God! How do I do this without being racist?
But I'm serious. I'm trying to think of another example. Like, it's clowns.
Clowns, absolutely. If you see a bunch of clowns, you know.
A bunch of ghosts. I'm still scared because they're apparitions and shit.
Well, speaking of, the apparitions are looming over this Muni in the Horse Pussy Saloon and Shoeless Jim's matchup. All 4 games 7-0 right now. Shoeless Jim's the only underdog in the lead right at the moment, and they're moving down the field yet again. The 7 seed looking to knock out a 2 seed. And that's Joel Rush with a 12-yard catch and a first down. They are in the red zone. Ball looks like it's spotted on the 17-yard line. Really hard to see, so bear with us on that one. Okay, bear with me here. An athlete in like full sports gear. Like if I see a bunch of like football players in like their pads, or I see a bunch of like hockey players in their gear and in their pads, I'm thinking, okay, you know what? They're just about to go have a sports time. They're about to go to a game. They're dressed for practice. If I just see one dude in like hockey pads and carrying a stick and a helmet, or like in football gear, just alone, I'm getting at the serious side eye.
I wouldn't be scared though. Like I'd be like, oh, that guy's really late. Like I'd be like, that guy's all mixed up. He's got a concussion probably.
Big catch, Nick Arcade, 30-yard catch. Touchdown, Kebab Barkers. They're up by 2 scores now.
Touchdown pass, and he scored the game.
Nice.
Reference.
I feel like that's the Nick Arcade reference we don't make enough whenever
just singing what you're doing.
Yeah, whenever that player is referenced, just singing everything.
Going to the bank today. Gotta write a check for rent.
Okay, this is gonna sound terrible. Homeless people.
Thought about it. Group of homeless people scare than one homeless person.
I mean, they're usually preoccupied. Here's Kyoto Coitusfish, 3 yards, just short of the goal line. It's 3rd and goal for Shoeless Jim's, looking to take a 2-score lead in this one. So you're not gonna give it to homeless people?
I'm not gonna. I feel like homeless people when they're together are more like they can turn on you real quick. I've seen Clockwork Orange. It's hilarious.
No, they're not really organized. They're not really the kind of organized though.
I don't know. I've seen some homeless guys hang out, talk about. I've sat outside my work and listened to homeless guys talk about things they did with other homeless women, which was one of the worst moments of my life.
Look, if all they're doing is talking, then they're not organizing. They're not mobilizing. That's
yeah, but they
thing.
could if they wanted to. They could if they wanted to.
Well, okay, now you're just making this a little political thing. Like, this is like one step away of they could have jobs if they wanted to.
All right, I think the chat should weigh in. Is there anything other than clowns that is scarier individually than it is as a group?
This is an interesting prospect because we only got like 8 people watching us right now. So like, I can't guarantee there's gonna be a lot in the department of participation, but thank you all for joining us.
It's fine. Even afterwards in our other secret chat, there'll be a huge discussion about this.
If you're in YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'd love you to weigh in on any of the random stuff we're going to be talking about. I am all for the banter tonight. Why not?
Like, even if you see 2 clowns, you're fine. Like, if I saw 2 clowns, I'd be like, okay, one clown, though, I'm out.
Oddly placed objects. I think I need, like, an example. I don't know. No, like, okay, here's the thing. If I find, like, one katana, that's going to be weird. But if I'm in somebody's house and I see they have a series of katanas just laying about the place, I'm immediately way more scared. So I don't know if that works.
You know what? I was going to say creepy kids, but a bunch of creepy kids? No. One set of twins. Well, then we have to get very specific. Like, oh my god. One set of twins.
Shrapnel tie it up. It's Tanner Hines. Tanner, no. Touchdown, Shrapnel. I am so glad I got to say that when the one person who'd get the joke is on.
Oh god, that's the joke so inside that it's.
Oh no, I made a more inside joke last night. I made a reference to one of my college roommates, who I know will never see this. It was during the live read. It was for Francois Creperie, and I don't know what made me think about it, but I mentioned that they have a crepe called the Boyd, which is one of my roommates in college, and I said the crepe was made up of peanut butter, ham, and Skittles. Because we were just joking. We were for whatever reason, that's what stuck. That was the we were joking about like just weird sandwich combos, and like we'd make it. It's like we'd name a sandwich after you, and it'd be like peanut butter, ham, and Skittles on pumpernickel. So I had to throw that callback, and I even said, I was like, this is a callback that no one will get, except my college roommate. But whatever.
That's so gross.
Yes, it is. Big catch made by Cedric Nash. Cedric the Entertainer Nash. 10 yards, first and goal for Crossbow of the Month Club, looking to tie this game up. A single out-of-place fursuiter. A furry, I guess, would be the other term, I think, is what we're saying. That's what Nammer was saying. If you just see, yeah, like, because if you, okay,
I saw an individual furry, yeah, I'll add that.
If you see a bunch of them, then you're thinking, okay, there's a convention somewhere nearby, and you're gonna be like, okay, well, that's odd, but there's a reason for it. One person in a fursuit, and it's not a sporting event. I am immediately raising an eyebrow.
All right,
like
that's the one other example we found. Still not scary as an individual clown. If I saw 2 furries, I'd still be.
I'll expand that to just mascots. If I see a mascot and it's not like in the context of a sports game, I'm very worried. Here's Uni the Clown in the red zone. They're up 7-0 already on the 14 seed Casa de Gordoso. Hourly Motel, Morris Romero! 12-yard run up the middle, touchdown. No, anytime there's more Lee Corsos, I'm immediately terrified. Because that's just more havoc that can be wrought. They are going to bumble into each other. Oh, God. What if the mascot is at a community event? I'm terrified. I don't trust it. Like, if you ever see like a mascot, a pretty crude mascot that's like shilling some company on the sidewalk or somewhere, it's like no one's rooting for the home team. I don't need you to. I don't need rallying in like to score points and win the sports game. Like no, a giant chicken suit is not going to get me buying tires. And you can see how hard the fog, the mist itself, is causing problems here. That was a woefully thrown incomplete pass. Oh God, Lou Holt. Oh, see, okay, making fun of Lou Holt and his speech is like borderline for me because like I've seen some really funny stuff of it, but I also would feel really terrible about it. God, this is okay. I'm willing to go to the end of. If we're at the half and we're still thinking up ideas, I'm willing to continue on with this until the end of the first session of games. You know, we're getting comfy here. These Corso Cup streams are about an hour 40, so these are I'm comfy. Yes, that was a 13-yard punt, maybe, probably. And Casa de Gordoso are moving into the red zone, trying to close this gap. They're down 14-0. Trying to get something going on. Handoff to Vic Dudley. Big Vic Dudley. 3rd and 6.
Can I make a caveat to my clown thing?
Sure.
If that is true, unless it's a group of Ronald McDonald's. Because if I saw multiple Ronald McDonald's,
They're
that'd be
practically a
scarier
gang.
than one clown. It has to be Ronald McDonald, no other clown. Like,
It's
Ronald
practically a
McDonald's.
gang.
Yeah, that's a group of Ronald McDonald's, aside from the fact that there's only supposed to be one, is fucking scary.
Now, here's the thing, though. Like, aside from the fact that he's dressing up as a clown, nothing about Ronald McDonald is clown-like. He doesn't act like a clown. He doesn't, like, ride a unicycle or a little tiny bike. He doesn't do balloon animals. He doesn't have a big wacky horn. Like, Ronald McDonald is... He's only a clown in the sense that he seems like he's a fan of clowns that is such a fan of clowns. He's cosplaying a clown.
He's so family friendly that, like, it just seems as though there's just something dark to him. You know what I mean? Like, oh, let's fatten these kids up so I can wear their skin.
Make it nice and loose fitting.
I can make a coat for the Grimace.
This little porker is gonna make some nice Jenkos for me.
The big old fat girl, I'm gonna make sure the Grimace wears her hat.
Oh God! Well, that's a Casa de Gordoso are gonna have to settle for a field goal, 14-3. Hootenannies! Oh, throwing on first down, incomplete. They were looking for the end zone there. Roddy Hutchinson, the quarterback, 4 for 6. This went weird dark. Yes, it did. Welcome to IRM.
Kind of my deal.
Yeah. Supposed to go into special balls.
He's made a lot of clown talk about John Wayne Gacy being mentioned, so be thankful.
That brings up 3rd and 10.
I mean, it's better than the serial. Yeah, it's like as long as we don't go into like the serial killer talk where I cannot contribute, and it's just like because like once you get started with that, there's no stopping, and it's just like okay, well we're strapped in.
Which is pretty much what serial killing is. Once you get started, you can't stop.
Yeah, pretty much.
Talking about it and doing it.
I think we've established that there are not a lot of things where if you see one versus many, the sole one is scarier. Horse Pussy Saloon finally getting on the board. They are down still. Devin Love, quick pass from Bourbon Shandy with 31 seconds to go in the half.
I think the deal with that feed, I don't think it's fog. I think someone's streaming it through like a 1950s television, and they just have the tint turned all the way up.
You think someone just got like foil over the lens?
Or it's like a guy with glasses who just has it right in front of the camera, like foggy glasses.
A really sweaty guy is in a hot room, and there's just condensation all over the camera.
And they won't stay in his ears, they just put it in front of the glasses, so he looks to the camera lens, so it magnifies everything.
Yes, I'm willing to go with that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And Hootenannies forcing to kick it with less than a minute to go in the half. 4th and goal. Good stop by Crossbow of the Month Club.
Come to think of it, all fast food mascots are terrifying. They're all scary. Every single one of them.
Are we going beyond? Are we going beyond the McDonald's universe? Because like I don't want to just say like okay the Grimace and the Fried Kids
No,
And-
Burger King is scary. Jack in the Box is scary.
What's Jack in the Box? Oh, is that the dude with the dude with the ball head?
Chris Christie is scary.
I mean, Arby's only has that disembodied voice, and I don't know if I want to hear that in a dark alley. That guy's threatening.
What's the other one? The Colonel's not scary.
Dave Thomas.
Dave Thomas, terrifying, human monster.
The only thing, Popeyes has a nice lady. You're absolutely
I don't
right.
trust her. I don't trust her.
You don't trust her? Is it?
No one's that happy about chicken.
Is it racism that's rearing its ugly head again?
It makes me feel uncomfortable.
Okay, shoeless. I feel like she's like 3 steps away from going full on stereotype, and that makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't trust it.
It's like they wanted to find the biggest, like, Louisiana African American stereotype possible, and then the only coaching notes were just tone it down a smidge.
Yeah, I don't.
And it makes me uncomfortable because I feel like I know that's what they did. World of Shrapnel! Gonna tie things up with 24 seconds to go in the half there. They were down early to Kebab Barkers with the extra point. They are about to tie things up.
The Sonic guys.
The Sonic guys are harmless.
Two
Except
grown men.
no. Here's the thing. I had a revelation about the Sonic guys from a Sonic commercial. First of all, the cows from Chick-fil-A are super
closeted.
harmless.
Nichols needs to return.
Oh no, they're cows, so they're plotting. You're right. Old-fashioned fresh hamburgers. Yeah, Dave Thomas had like a speech impediment or something, didn't he? No. See, I saw a recent. Mr. T-Bones, the answer is we'll never know because he's dead.
Yeah.
Why did Ingmar Tisdale ban baseball? I don't know. He's dead.
He's fucking dead. He is no more.
Popeye's lady is like Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal before he went and said, "Holy shit, that is a pull. That is a hell of a pull." So here's what I saw from the Sonic guys, and we're gonna have to stop if we go to the half. Kebab Barkers, 15 seconds to go, still marching downfield, trying to score. There was a I forget the context of the commercial, but they established, like, I think someone joked like, "Oh, what are you guys? Are you guys like, do you guys live here?" And the dude who's not TJ of TJ and Dave, so the dude who's more like Brad Garrett, like dark hair, bald.
Yeah, he plays Pence on President's Show.
Okay, there you go. He's the dude who the straight man guy.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I've got a wife and kids. I just come here because I like Sonic. And then TJ goes, I live here. So we've now established that TJ Wacky Deuce lives there. That's weird. That's weird and not trustworthy to begin with. But what's worse is that the other dude has a family but spends all his goddamn time with the dude who lives at the Sonic.
Shrimping some squids down by the rest area, bro.
But why would you let the dude who actively lives at the Sonic into your car?
They're touching bullheads.
I mean, you made it weird. I'm not gonna lie, you made it a little weird. Well, Kebab Barkers marched downfield, and they made it weird by leading again. 3-point lead, and there are your scores for the halftime of our first session of games. Go through them quickly. The Horse Pussy Saloon, the 2 seed, down by 10 to Shoeless Jim's Diabetic Candy Store by a score of 17-7. Big surprise there. Going to have to go change their plan. That's the Fog game, of course. Kebab Barkers, thanks to that last-second field goal, they're up by 3 on Casa de Gordoso. Who are they up on? I forget. Whatever. Casa de Gordoso, 14-3. They're losing to You Need a Clown. And Hootenanny's the 1 seed, still up 10-7. And of course, South Tucson Youth Football would not be possible without without so many of our wonderful, wonderful sponsors out and about the town of South Tucson. Ben, wouldn't you agree? It's the small businesses that make the difference here in South Tucson. Small businesses like Autopsies by Candace. Because just because your entrails are going to be on the outside doesn't mean you can't look nice and be presented in the same way. You know, like when someone passes away, it's a tough time. There's a lot of grieving. There's mourning. Sometimes you just don't know the right way to go about showing your deepest sympathies to the family or to the loved ones, or how to say goodbye. And the beauty is, through Autopsies by Candace, they can now arrange the innards of the recently deceased into a beautiful display so that flowers can now accompany the beautiful display and arrangement that this corpse now looks like. I mean, they have amazing designs. They have amazing designs. They can turn your loved one who may have suffered a fatal auto crash or fallen off a cliff, or maybe just put their hand down in the garbage disposal and when it was on and bled out or something like that. They can turn it into beautiful masterpieces.
Why didn't they get their hand out?
You know, I don't know. But what I can tell you is that you won't be when you're paying your last respects to that person, you won't be seeing a nub at the end of their wrist. You'll be seeing a beautiful display. You'll be distracted by the way that the rest of their by the beautiful arrangement of veins and loose arteries that have been severed, and skin and bone, and autopsies by Candace. They can make your loved ones look new and whole again.
It's tremendous.
Halftime scores. There they are. We're gonna go back to the half. Look, if you drop a grape down the sink, you got to get it out. You can get a liver bouquet. I had to bring up the spreadsheet where I have the randomizer up, so I couldn't see the chat during that, or else I would have been absolutely told that.
Is that going to be the only sponsor we have tonight?
Oh no, we do them at the half, so there'll be another one at the second one.
All right.
You're free to chime in. It can be a dialogue live read if you want.
A dialogue lead?
Yeah, a dialogue live read. That's fine. And of course, once so just for those unfamiliar, if you haven't been keeping up with the Corso Cup, it is a NCAA tournament style single elimination knockout tournament. We started with 60 teams. The 4 number 1 seeds got a first round bye. So far, both 1 seeds have lost in their first game. Hootenannies currently in the lead 10-7. They are number 3 as far as the 1 seeds. And we got Texas Roadhouse as number 4 in our late session. We are at the round of 32, the second round. After tonight, we will know the 16 teams that have made it to the third round, the round of 16. We'll have one more broadcast just like this. The beef tangle. Was that a thing from the live read? Was the beef tangle a Kebab Barker's thing? Because I really hope it was. Is the cocaine from Mexico still going on in that one game? Yes, it's a little of everything. It's a sweaty room where there's just a fog over the camera lens. There's the mist from the mist. There's cocaine.
It's taking place inside an autistic kid's snow globe.
It might as well be. Hey, don't steal that joke from the Diddler Cup. That's happening in a couple races.
Oh, okay.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just wanted to point that out too. Parallel thought. But no, this is of course the 6th broadcast of the Corso Cup. After tonight, we will have the final 16 teams. There will be episode number 7, our 7th day of Corso Cup action. Will be all 8 third round games, and then once we get down to the final 8, it'll be individual games broadcast in full in their entirety, one at a time. So we'll be going there, and there'll be 4 more broadcasts of the Corso Cup. It'll be an 11-episode season, if you will. So we thank you for joining us here tonight. This is the early session. And Crossbow of the Month Club. Incomplete. I think the play broken up there. 4th and 6th. They're going to have to punt. So I think we've established that, yeah, the clowns and maybe people in fursuits. But the thing is, they have to be out of context. Like if I'm in a convention, if I'm in like a hotel and I see one just wandering the halls, I assume there's a convention somewhere.
You know what? Trekkies.
Trekkies?
Trekkies. If you saw one guy dressed like Mr. Spock.
Okay, hold on. I guess saying Trekkies got the attention of my girlfriend. All right, okay, so the conversation piece is this. What is something that when you see one of is more scary than when you see many of? Clowns is the best example we can think of. You see one clown alone, that is terrifying. Many clowns gives the option of merriment. Someone suggested a person in a fursuit, but it had to be out of yeah. If you see them like in a hotel, they're probably going to a convention. One lone Klingon. Joining us as well, our good pal from the chat, SCXCR, or as he's referred to on South Tucson, Slate Blankenship. If you have any other options, if you have any other ideas, you can chime in. Let me know. We can't think of anything else.
Automatic first down.
I'm still trying to wake up. I was asleep under the desk.
Oh, well, sorry we woke you. I didn't realize you were trying to catch a nappy poo. Here we got Casa de Gordoso trying to close that gap. They do it. Touchdown. Vic Dudley. He ran that one all the way to Dudleyville, which of course is a small little subset development of South Tucson. Here's Shoeless Jim still in the lead by 10 and moving downfield. They got stopped for a loss of 2 there. That was Kyoto Coitusfish going nowhere. That clown guy Frank that attends WWE shows. What about him? What about him? He stinks.
He's not scary.
But he's not scary.
Hierarchy of scary clowns. Ronald McDonald. Pennywise.
Especially early Ronald McDonald. Someone pointed. I don't want to take credit for it. Someone in the chat earlier pointed out 50s and like early era Ronald McDonald is terrifying.
I think like that makeup can be very haunting very quickly.
Man, this is weird. I don't know if this is necessarily good for the thing. By the way, touchdown, Shoeless Jim, Sylvester Riley. If you shorten that to Sly Riley, that's a good fucking name.
It's a solid name.
That's a solid name. 23-7. Shoeless Jims are running away with this, looking to knock out a 2 seed and really break open.
The extra point attempt is good.
Where is their bracket? Shoeless Jims. Yeah, in a bracket where the 1 seed is already lost, they could be opening this wide. Here comes Unity Clown. They are all alone. Morris Romero breaks free for 57 yards. Touchdown, Clowns.
You'll score too. You'll score too. You'll score too.
Oh my God. We have now created the new narrative of Unity Clown, and I love it. 1 solitary knife crab. I can't click that right now, but I believe you. I'm gonna do a little googly poop. A knife crab. Oh, knife crab. Okay, I thought it was like a thing.
It's what it sounds like.
It's exactly what it sounds like. Nah, I can take knife crab. Doesn't even have opposable anything. I can take knife crab. I'll fucking boil it, then use the knife to. No, I wouldn't even need to. I could just break open the shell with my hands and eat the delicious meat inside. I love that we've also come up with a list of like about 7 different reasons why there's fog in that one game in South Tucson. We can add exhaust from the local South Tucson Chili Bowl track.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming. That's another reason.
The White Walkers.
That must be in the north.
Kid, the White Walkers, kid. I'll just do Boston accent instead.
Because Pepperidge Farms of the North.
I think we might just actually be streaming it directly through a Game Boy.
There you go.
Kid, the fucking whites are coming. Usually we're excited about that, but not today, kid.
Fuck. Going a little too north in north-south Tucson.
Yeah.
Here's Kebab Barkers.
Southie Winterfell.
Airing it out. Almost picked off in the end zone. It's incomplete. 4th and 11. Looks like they're going to be likely kicking it. No, they're going to go for it. 4th and 11. You know what? I think that would have been about a 30. You know, that would have been open about a 40-yard field goal. That would not have been makeable.
Kid, that stock's fucking up so high.
The stacks.
I could do it fucking better than that. Remember the fucking Targaryens? You know what? Fucking, if you get.
Oh my God, they all sound ridiculous in Boston accents. God damn.
Yes, have I ever told you this?
No, you've done it about sports stars, but not the fucking Game of Thrones people.
A kid I work with, like, we one day realized that literally everything we were just talking about Game of Thrones in the accent. Because like fucking Dawn, you got fucking the Targaryens, the Tyrells, the Lannisters, everything is Boston accent
gold. Oh my God, no.
The Lannisters, kid. The fucking, and Winterfell? You're gonna talk about fucking Winterfell? You know what I bet would do good? Would be able to go to the Iron Throne? Fucking Tom Brady.
Winterfell just sounds like a Winterfell makes sense because it just sounds like a place where African Americans are not welcome.
47 Mike. 47 Mike.
Fucking Aya's name is already a Boston accent name. Aya.
That just sounds like you're asking a question.
Daenerys. What was the? I think Daenerys is the best one.
That brings up fourth
Oh
and
my
goal.
god.
It's great. It's everything in the Boston accent is immediately funnier and more racist.
Okay. No, I was gonna say like a dude in a suit of armor would be like scary if there's just one.
I would be scared of a dude in a suit of armor.
Or like a samurai.
Be more confused.
Yeah, you're right. I think that's a good. That's probably correct.
Now, is the person in the suit a samurai?
Samurais don't wear suits.
If you're wearing the samurai suit, I think you're a samurai.
Like, what if it's just a samurai in a regular suit?
You're trying to tell the dude in the samurai suit that he's not a samurai. He'll fucking cut your ass up with one of his many katanas, which are much scarier than a single katana.
No, like the suit of armor person is the samurai.
Oh, it's a samurai in a suit of armor.
I'm not scared of guys in suit of armor because I could like run away from them because they're wearing fucking armor.
Yeah, and you'd hear them coming.
Yeah, because the stealth is not an issue.
This makes me think of Robin Hood Men in Tights when they do the whole scene where it's like he dominoes all of them. Right road.
Movie's great. Movie's great.
Robin Hood Men in Tights is a great movie.
Underrated.
It's a very underrated movie. In fact, I don't usually like Richard Lewis, but he's phenomenal in that. Just like the line in that scene, I hope it's worth the noise! His delivery in so many lines in that movie is perfect.
Oh, he's so good, man. He really did not do much acting, did he?
No, and he's not really all that funny. I don't think he is. Like he's got the like. I mean, you know, there's a lot more actors who do the I'm a neurotic Jewish guy gimmick.
But
Touchdown Clowns, 27-10. They are running away with this one. The 60s.
I guess the argument would be like a lot of comedians cite him as an influence. That's one of the things being like, well, they see something we don't see.
Oh, that's fair. Maybe we just haven't gone further back in history to see his stuff. Like Great and Curb Your Enthusiasm. That makes so much sense. So much sense. Here's Kebab Barker's Graham Bush 8-yard run and a first down. They are leading by the slenderest of margins, the slender man of margins. Another 3 yards, 2nd and 7. Yeah, when we lose Mel Brooks, I will be incredibly sad. If a guy in a suit of armor was coming at me, I'd be a bit scared. Why, you ask? Because a man in a typical period-correct suit of armor can move about as fast as a man in both full firefighter gear and typical military combat gear. That's an interesting bit of fact. I guess if he's moving, at a pretty good gait, then he clearly knows how to maneuver in that suit of armor. If he's clunking along haphazardly, I'm not worried. Kendall Bergstrand trying to make a game of it. Horse Pussy Saloon gonna cut this deficit to 10. Kebab Barkers, where every fat tourist thinks the food costs at least $300. You know, that is the problem. Is that, you know, they had the deal where you could name your own, you know, as long as you guessed the price of the kebab without going over, and everyone fucking said $1, and they lost so much money that day.
Well, they also have the big plinko board that you stick the meat in and you put your mouth underneath it and see if you get it.
That's even better. I was going to say they put a plinko chip for how well done your meat is cooked.
It's just a hamburger patty.
Yeah, oh my god, you put the hamburger fuck. I guess you roll the ground beef into like a kofta kind of thing and you drop it down there. Kebab Barker's going for it on 3rd down. It's 4th and 6. Hootenanny's going to kick a field goal, making it 16-7. And they are trying to stay alive as the 1 seed. They are up by 9. 2:47 to go for Hootenanny's Country Western Daycare.
Personal foul.
Shoeless Jim's up by 10. And everybody take a drink. It's a face mask. Given to Lavelle Strickland, 15-yard penalty.
Still first down.
Not going to help the
Great
Horse
choice.
Pussy Saloon's chances. Shoeless Jims are just moving closer and closer. Looks like the ball is spotted on the 15-yard line. They're in the red zone. This game, not a one-score game this late in the session. but we're going to stick with it. Keep an eye on what's going on. Here's Roland Church with a tackle from Union to Clown. Of course, his father owning Roland Churches.
Rolling baby.
Adam Valentine, touchdown for Casa de Gordoso. Might be a bit of a consolation, 2:27 to go. Nothing out of it just yet. But it's going to be an 11-point game, although they might be going for 2 on this one, I think. Yeah, looks like they're going for 2. Let's see if they can get it, make it a 10-point game. They do not get it. It is no good. 28-16.
You won't score 2. You won't score 2. You won't score 2.
You need a Clown up by 12. That makes a huge difference.
I disagree. I do not. Need multiple points.
Shoeless Jims with another touchdown. Philip White hangs on to it, runs it in yet again. And we are looking at a severe upset of a 2 seed yet again. 2 seeds not having a lot of luck in this tournament.
We get it, Shoeless Jims, you babe.
Fuck.
From this cat from Pit. That's
really funny.
That's a nice piece of business right there.
Wow. And War Machine Reynolds. It's the first time we're saying that name for Horace Saloon. That's probably why they're down by 17 points. The Shoeless Jims could not get the run game going. 2:01 to go. Here's Crossbow of the Month Club already in the red zone. A lot of time to throw. Carl Watkins catches it for a touchdown, and it is suddenly a 3-point game. That was some weird hugging in the end zone right there. Great slant route. Got all alone. And it is a 2-point game with 1:43 to go. That game is not over. We'll get back to that in just a moment. But Hootenanny's going to have to try to run out the clock a little bit. World of Shrapnel down by 6 all of a sudden. Kebab Barkers came out very strong. World of Shrapnel have a chance to win, to take the lead, maybe win this game. 40 seconds to go. It's 1st and goal. A touchdown gives them the lead. And they get it. Touchdown, Shrapnel. It is all tied up with the extra point pending. This is quite the upset, especially considering how dominant Kebab Barkers looked at the onset of this game.
Food poisoning.
Maybe it was that halftime team talk and that halftime kebab. The halftime shawarma. The shawarma.
Half-cooked halftime kebab.
Half-cooked halftime kebab. The shawarmas betrayed them. Beauty to Clown just putting even more points on the board, making sure of it. They've been seeing a lot of teams come from behind in this tournament. They want to just make sure they're going to be moving on. And the Clowns as a strong 6 seed. Touch it. Putting it to Casa de Gordoso. They're gonna wait. Probably gonna say that game's gonna be pretty much in the bag. They're up by 19 already. They're gonna face the winner of Burns and Crackle Mesothelioma Law Firm and Big Paul's Mexicanless Car Wash.
Number 4 comes in at quarterback.
If you watched the show Last Chance You, Brian, you can interrupt me if something happens.
I have not. No.
So it's pretty good. It's about junior college football in Mississippi. There's a great scene where the coach is like the defensive coordinator, just is talking to them. He goes, "History tonight, history tonight, history tonight." He looks at a piece of paper. Then he goes, "History tonight." Like, did he say it 4 times down? Like, why did he stop what he was saying? Just say "history tonight" one more time.
Wait, is this like a documentary or is it like?
Oh, it's a documentary series. It's so good.
I was gonna say like so someone scripted that. It's not like someone scripted that then. Okay.
No, that really happened. Yeah, it's about East Mississippi Community College. It has a lot of guys. It's the #1 team in the country, basically. And a lot of guys go to major programs.
Wow. 3rd and 8. Kebab Barkers, this is their last chance. They are down 1. They're too far. They got to go for the end zone. This is going to be it. Can they pull off a come from behind win? No, they cannot. World of Shrapnel complete the upset, and they will move on as a 13 seed to the third round of action. They have put Kebab Barkers on summer vacation.
I'm just gonna eat my feelings. They taste like ham.
And that's actually, Ben, that's the thing that you may not be familiar with. Crossbow of the Month Club just took the lead. Late in this game, Carl Watkins, another touchdown with 57 seconds to go. Hootenannies suddenly down for the first time in this game.
He's hot. Carl Watkins comes again when you least expect him.
No doubt about that.
Not prepared for hot
Crossbow
Carl
of the Month Club.
Watkins.
Not quite what I expected. This time it's Hootenannies shooting themselves in the foot.
They really are. The Country Western Daycare, another 1 seed, potentially going on summer vacation. It's a 6-point game. They have a chance. They have 57 seconds. If Hootenannies can march down the field, they need a touchdown to win. What a tangled web we weave here in South Tucson for the Corso Cup. We'd potentially see 1 seeds go 0-3 if this score holds. It does not bode well for Tax's Roadhouse, who would be the only 1 seed alive. Hootenannies go off with a short pass, but they push it for 8 yards. Call a timeout. Brenton Hayward with a good catch there. They had no options downfield. That is shocking to me.
A lot of time, too.
45 seconds. 2nd and 2. They just got to worry about getting to the first down marker. They do. 5-yard catch and a timeout called.
History tonight. History tonight.
Maybe that was just them going over what their homework had to be. Terrence
You should watch it though.
Okay.
It might be your wheelhouse.
Maybe.
You know, my wheelhouse is any documentary with. I think every sports team should have to make a documentary about their season every year.
Jesus.
That's what America should be great
3rd
again.
and
That's what it should
4,
be.
29 seconds to go. Hootenannies, Country Western Daycare. All the other games are finals. Shoeless Jims knocking off 2-seed Horse Pussy Saloon. The only lower seed that won was You Need a Clown, the 6-seed knocking out the 14-seed Casa de Gordoso. That's actually the thing that we have to figure. We determined to figure in, Ben, is that these kids and their parents have to postpone. Crossbow of the Month Club with the interception. This game is over. Hootenannies are gonna lose. Kennard Shelby extends the summer season for Crossbow of the Month Club. Hootenannies get to go on summer vacation, and we've pointed out that maybe that's not such a bad thing for some of these kids. They are stuck here playing football. Their parents have canceled flights, not gotten deposits returned on hotels. Some of these parents have just left their kids here and gone on vacation without them.
Personal foul.
These kids just want to and said, hey, you know, buy yourself a flight and meet us there when you're done.
Good job, D.
Which is a
Good
pretty
job.
ballsy
Still
thing to
first
say,
down.
especially when they're going to places like Cabo.
34, eyes on 34. Let's go, D.
And if they can't make it, they set up the cat feed machine so that it has cereal in it.
Yes, with Kid Chow, which you can find.
If you're
in-
lucky, it's cereal in it.
It's cereal. Sometimes it's just Kid Chow, which is like, you know.
Back when I was a kid, it was just full of water.
Yeah.
Luxury.
Luxury. You're going all 4 Yorkshiremen on me, I know.
It's better than what I had. I just had 2% air.
Well,
Man,
you were
they
lucky.
didn't even give you the full milk fat air. That's unfortunate.
22.
And there you go. There's a final score, 22-16. Crossbow of the Month Club with the win. And look at that. That is a 5-seed, a 2-seed, and a 1-seed getting knocked out by a 9, a 7, and a 13. A 6-seed moving on as well, and it's really opening up the brackets. We're going to go through the brackets here, as you can see. Shoeless Jims, they will face the winner of our next of Del Grango's and Mitch's Toys and Guns. The other half of that bracket is a 4 and an 8. Holy Balls and Rusty Pipe Job Plumbing. Kebab Barkers are out. They lost the World of Shrapnel, Texas Roadhouse and Dagum Sings. They're the two games there. On the other side of that bracket is Wandering Lush and Nothing But Borscht at 7 and 11. You Need a Clown have moved on, taking on the winner of Big Paul's and Burns and Crackle. And I can tell you the other side of that is Pablo's Roadside Tacos and Welders of the Universe in 8-13. And Crossbow of the Month Club move on as the 9 seed to take on Moist Adventures or House of Guffaws. And there's some double-digit seeds all across the board there. An 11 versus a 15 on the other side of that bracket. Ballet Bob's and Rancho Robusto. Here's your next set of games. Mitch's Toys and Guns, the 11 seed. That is out of the East South Tucson region. Taking on Del Grango's Discount Seafood. Mitch's Toys and Guns with the upset over Pawn Shop of the Nazarene. Texas Roadhouse, the 1 seed, taking on Dagum Sings Exotic Colors. Texas Roadhouse, the only 1 seed alive. Moist Adventures taking on House of Guffaws, and Big Paul's versus Burns and Crackle. I'm gonna ask you guys, any of these games really sticking out to you? Slate, you got any games you're liking in this one?
For the love of all that is holy, Texas, do not screw me over.
You don't want to get screwed by taxes.
What really strikes me is the idea of Metzl Law versus Big Paul's Mexicanless Car Wash. And the idea of law versus Mexicanless car washes. The oldest battle in our country.
That's true.
It really says a lot about where we are.
Burns and Crackle, Mesothelioma Law Firm. Exactly.
The ACLU.
They will defend.
Eye on that match.
They will prosecute your case as best as they can.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
34, eyes on 34. Check right.
Your silence is
I'm
deserved.
curious to see if that's a reference to something specific.
Mesothelioma, I believe, is from asbestos.
Okay.
My throat just instinctively closed up, so I had no response to that.
Are you allergic to shitty puns?
No, because I'm pretty sure Bruce Pritchard's podcast has mesothelioma, like a lawyer who represents people about that.
Probably.
Hey, just like that.
Dude. Well, I mean, you know.
Oh goddamn!
Is there a possibility that a building you work in has asbestos leaking, or is that just rumor and innuendo?
Well, we'll do as best as we can to get it out.
That's an absolute lie, although we do have asbestos.
Asbestos. I don't think I want asbestos insulating my building. I'd rather have at least asbestos.
Goddamn!
And House of Guffaws already taking the handoff. Flag on the play. Everyone's going to take a drink. I think it's a face mask that kept. Oh no, they're going to give him the touchdown.
Defense.
House of Guffaws are going to decline the penalty and take the touchdown.
I just want to say that the two names of those teams are like, just the words guffaws and moist are like two of my least favorite words in the world.
House of Guffaws Comedy Palace and Moist Adventures.
No, just guffaws and moist.
I know, I'm just telling you, it's House of Guffaws Comedy Palace and Moist Adventures Indoor Water Park. If that's making you uncomfortable, I should direct your eyes to the top right hand of the screen so you can look at the logo for Moist Adventures. It's my favorite logo I've made for any South Tucson team.
It's horrifying.
I had the idea. I was like, I need to get a lady's legs look like water slides.
We're adults, we pay taxes.
Yep. I have a master's degree, and that's what I'm.
Our votes count the same as all of yours.
Yep. Sadly. Alright, we are watching Texas Roadhouse and Dagum Sings Exotic Colors. Texas Roadhouse, the number 1 seed. They were the number 1 seed in the postseason, in the postseason of the most recent South Tucson Youth Football season. I believe they lost in the semifinals. Of course, the eventual champions were the Creamy Surprise. Vinny Thornburg, the running back, punches it in for a touchdown. Texas get on the board first in this 1 versus 8 game.
Good to see Texas get on the board early and just make a statement against Dagum Sings right away so nobody writes them off early.
This is a financial statement game for Texas Roadhouse.
1040s.
That's the score they'd like. That's the score they'd like to see. They'd like to see them win 40 to 10. It's where they say 10.
1,040 points to 0.
Yes, or 104 to 0.
104 to 0. That's a better answer.
That's their goal in this game. As you can see, House of Guffaw has missed the extra point. So that's 6. They're going to stay 6-0 in that game. Masterpiece Theater gets 5 yards up the middle. It's 3rd and 6 for Burns and Crackle, Mesothelium Law Firm. As they are moving down the field, they are already in the red zone inside the 15. And Masterpiece Theater with the catch, 14 yards. Touchdown, Burns and Crackle. And they are the first to open up the scoring in this game. 2 versus 7 matchup. We have not seen 2 seeds do particularly well. The Horse Pussy Saloon lost earlier. Kathy's Country Cookin' lost to the Wandering Lush yesterday, and the Binging Texan Barbecue Buffet lost at the lost in the first round to Rancho Robusto, who are still in it as we speak. So Big Paws are the only are in the same boat as Texas Roadhouse. They're the only 2 seed alive in this tournament. Just shows that anyone can win at any given time. Gerard Pino catching that one right at the goal line, stopped from scoring by and that's thrown by Diterius Mays. It's all right. It's all right. He throws in Diterius Mays. First and goal for Dagum Sings, looking to tie this one up. They got to prove they can hang with Texas Roadhouse. And they do on that play. Eric McCormick touchdown, Dagum Sings.
I'm going to tell you this right now, Brian. Did you see the CWF Mid-Atlantic thing?
I don't know what that is you're referring to.
ESPN. ESPN, in conjunction with CWF Mid-Atlantic, will be holding a special SEC Battle Royal with every SEC school represented by a different CWF Mid-Atlantic wrestler.
That's beautiful.
And they filmed it. Yes.
That's beautiful.
That's 100% your wheelhouse.
I am so proud of Stutzy and Grant and all of the CWF guys. Like, what a just good group of people. That makes me so happy. The only thing I wish is that I could be down there and asked to ring announce it. Because I would have gone full George Shea. There's House of Guffaws. They get the catch. It was a screen pass, a little questionable thought, but Stephen Lilly able to run the 12 yards into the end zone. Touchdown, House of Guffaws. 12-0.
Yeah, it's so scary how they play that whenever they score.
That is a weird noise. That is weird, especially when they're the away team. I think they just brought their own. They just brought their own speakers. They brought their own PA system. Extra point is good. 13-0. End of the first quarter. Start of the second quarter in this game. Burns and Crackle. That's Teddy Graham, their quarterback, rushing for about 4 yards. 2nd and 6. They're already deep into the red zone. Big Paws. We are not hearing the name Greg McMuffin.
From OTT Hodge, I'm sure there'll be calls in the Paul 5 a.m. show about how the Tide are going to win it all at CWF Mid-Atlantic show.
Oh, God.
That makes it 1st and goal.
Roll damn Tad. Oh, I'm so glad they're doing that. I wonder who they... I'd love to know who they...
I think they already filmed it. I think they already filmed it.
Oh, man, that's so great. I want to know who they got.
It's airing. I just saw they posted on Facebook. Hold on. I'll tell you in 1 second.
Oh, so ESPN's airing it? It's like just a
yeah, it's going to be on
thing?
ESPN. Yeah, it's going to be... Oh, no, they're filming it this Saturday.
Oh, beautiful.
And it's going to be on TV in August.
Oh, it's so beautiful. It makes me so happy.
It's such a random thing.
It is. Good for those guys. No, it's not the first time ESPN's featured him on the thing, though.
I guess it would be what I expected. It's awesome. I guess like
I'd love to
that would be my first guess.
I'd love to know what kind of context they have or how they got
That's what I was
in touch
thinking,
in the
yeah.
first place. That's what I'm really curious about, and that's something that I could probably ask somebody off stream and not divulge, unfortunately. But no, I will absolutely say that I am over the goddamn moon for those guys, because there's CWF Mid-Atlantic. For those unfamiliar, it is weekly YouTube shows. They're based out of North Carolina, Gibsonville, North Carolina. It's somewhere between Greensboro and Raleigh-Durham. They run it's some nice old school stuff with some really good talent. It's worth checking out. It is absolutely worth checking out. Trevor Lee, Andrew Everett, those are names that have come out of there that are probably the most popular ones right now. Cedric Alexander, the guy now known as No Way Jose, they both came out of CWF Mid-Atlantic.
Old school style. I wouldn't say like I'd say.
Yeah, it's unfair to say old school style. No, they're definitely they're an indie, but like they've got that old school kind of southern territory feel to them.
They own their own building.
They own their own building. It's a beautiful building. Oh, it makes me so jealous. And they put on a YouTube weekly show, which is basically their live shows cut up and put on YouTube. I'm as caught up as their last the one where it's their big show, Absolute Justice. It was like their big like July show. It was the same weekend as Nova's show, so it was what, July 15th I think is when it happened, and they aired it in its entirety. It's a great show. The main event, Trevor Lee versus Nick Richards, is really good. Really good match, really fun one. Just a lot of good stuff going on, a lot of great talent, a lot of fun characters, and just it's really well done. You should absolutely check it out.
That makes it first and goal.
We had the Barbarian once.
How did you guys get the Barbarian?
We had the Barbarian answer an open challenge, and basically just do the deal to somebody, and that's about it.
He's terrifying, right?
I mean, he kind of sat off by himself. He was, I went over, I shook his hand, said hello, thanked him for being here. That's about it.
I meant more like
photo, but I didn't.
I meant more like just looking at him, where you're like, Jesus fucking Christ, he's the fucking Barbarian.
Yeah, you know that he can just like murder somebody.
Kill you if he wanted to.
Yeah.
I love the idea that him and Meng are the two nicest guys in the world.
Because they'd have to be, or else they'd kill people.
Like, I was listening to some shoot interview talking about like everyone, Luger's being like, I was taught if they say lose, fucking lose. If it was a shoot, Meng and Barbarian would just be the champions all the time.
Yeah, pretty much. How did we get the Barbarian? Last minute, like one of the dudes in contact with the boy was like, "Do you want the Barbarian?"
Sims with the carry.
And he's like, "I don't not want to book the Barbarian."
You can't say no. It's the fucking
Right?
Barbarian. Barbarian's awesome.
Yeah.
Barbarian and Meng are those guys who, when I was a kid, I was like, oh, these guys suck. And then I got older, I'm like, they're the fucking best.
Really?
They just kill guys.
Really?
Like,
Absolutely.
I was like a flippy kid. I'm like, no, dude's doing flips and all that. And I'm just like, I want to watch the Steiner brothers and Meng and Barbarian hit each other as hard as they can in the face.
I want to watch that now. Forget this.
Watch some old Nitros. There's a lot of cool Face of Fear shit.
Someone, I forget who it was. Someone was watching and live gifing it. Road Warriors versus Faces of Fear, and basically it was let's see who no sells the worst. And then there's a gif that comes up of Hawk no selling a pile driver, and goes, "Yep, if you guessed Hawk, it was Hawk."
There's a match that I believe it's Eddie Guerrero and Jericho against the Faces of Fear.
Ruben Royal with a touchdown. Big Paul is down only by 8 now.
It's as good as you think it would be.
I believe it. It was Guerrero and who?
I think Jericho.
God, that sounds great.
I know Guerrero's in it. It might have been another one of them, but just search like Barbarian matches on the network. It's a good time.
All right,
And then-
Slate, do you have any sort of thoughts on the Barbarian?
He is a big man.
Any particular? Who are like the?
Up 3rd and 4.
Do you have the same do you appreciate a good squash match? Maybe not in the back in the day, but like nowadays.
It depends on how untrained the jobber is.
Okay, I was gonna say like, do you have a particular favorite? Not necessarily squash match in particular, but like, dude who like you're like I could watch any squash match featuring this guy.
Oh, that's a tough question.
I know. Put you on the spot. Let you think. Pasco, who do you got for that?
There's a correct answer. It's Lee Scott.
No. I don't mean the actual jobber. I meant like,
Oh.
who's the dude who's squashing the wimpy?
Oh, the Quebecers.
You go like that. That's the pinnacle for you is
The Quebecers, like, are just making shit up during the matches, and they're just killing guys. Like, there's this run of them in like the 90s, but they're just killing dudes.
Yeah.
Steiner's obviously.
I love the story actually about the Smoking Guns, where their original finisher was a back body drop. Like Billy would back body drop into Bart, pile driving the dude. And like what people didn't remember is that Bart Gunn was fucking strong. He was a brick shithouse.
6 yards.
Like he was fucking built. He was strong. He was very good. And
As a-
like the thing was, dudes would get hurt on that move all the goddamn time. And like I think someone asked Billy Gunn like when he went to like some indie and they did like a Q&A and they asked him about it. He goes I'll be honest with you. Bart would have caught them if they just trusted the move. Bart could catch guys. When the move worked without someone getting hurt. It was when the guy did the move properly and just had faith that Bart was going to catch him because he would. Guys only got hurt when they just like bailed halfway through on the move.
I'm like trying to find. I think I've seen it. I'm trying to find the move.
My fun little thing about that: the Beverly Brothers and the Shaker Heights Spike.
Oh my god, that move is scary.
I see video of that. And I always think it's the same one. I don't realize they do it so many different times to different fucking poor dudes. Like no matter what, you're getting your head slammed into the can. You're getting slammed head and neck first into the mat. Like
you're fucking dead.
You're not. Yeah, there's no way. You have no say in this matter.
I honestly believe that tag team squash matches are better than singles ones.
Oh yeah.
Because there's just so much more room for hurting people.
I was saying this actually. It's funny. Kyle sent me a message. We were talking about this a while ago. He sent me. He said that like I guess some podcast he listened to. I think Naylor was on it with some other folks, and they were talking about how like the Samoan SWAT team where they back body drop. Like,
you know what? Never mind. They're the all-time squash team. Forgot I said
the Samoan SWAT team.
The Samoan SWAT team.
Now, which two was it again?
It was the Head Shrinkers.
It was the Head Shrinkers, Samu and Fatu. Not like Sione, the Barbarian, not Tama.
No, the Samoan SWAT team. Fucking incredible.
See, because all the different names and the fucking like the fact there's so many different members, I could never get straight who was who. Okay, so it's the flat out the Head Shrinkers. Okay.
Oh, found it. Jesus Christ, that's a bad idea. Alright, so this is at, I don't know how to do timestamps.
Loss of 8 yards.
Whatever.
That brings up 2nd and goal.
Oh my god.
It's not a great finisher.
This guy's dressed like a businessman. I can't do the voice if our buddy Dex is not here.
Hey, how much this guy weigh? It's not a great finisher, but it's scary.
Well, they had another one like the Sidewinder, which was fucking dangerous as shit.
Sidewinder was
It was like a sidewalk slam to like a flippy pile driver thingy. I don't know.
I thought the Sidewinder was the leg drop one.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Sort of like a demolition to cap.
But they had a version of it that was way less safe before that.
People hate the smoking guns. I liked them when I was a kid.
Big catch, Del Grangos. Touchdown, Roshan. Stanford 13-6. They're leading Mitch's Toys and Guns. Mitch's House of Gun Toys and Toy Guns. Their full name. Shortened to just Mitch's Toys and Guns.
Okay, I think I got one.
What you got?
Vader.
Yeah, Vader just didn't give a shit, huh? Like,
His thing
Vader
was-
would murder people. That's a good one.
He wasn't like, I don't think he was like, I think he was just mean. Like, I don't think the Samoan SWAT teams tried to kill guys, they just fucking did. I think
Vader just flat out was trying to murder people.
I'm Vader! I'll beat you.
Is Vader like doing like Who Let the Dogs Out? Is that what's happening there? Fourth
Yeah, that
down,
clip I just-
Dagum Sings.
Receiver on the play.
That clip I just posted has the crazy, that backdrop is, for those who haven't seen it, the Samoan SWAT team backdrop a guy so high that he goes into the fucking ropes and almost goes out of the ring and then lands on the back of his head. It's insane. That's just strength. There was a period I was working on a project where I was going to do the top 100 greatest squash matches of all time, and I got like 50 matches in and went, oh god, this is just, there's so many. I had like so much stuff.
It's not like there's a shortage in those, you know?
Yeah, and then like it's just like trying to figure out the guys that are good. Like, I think Nails sucks. Like, should I skip the Nails one? IRS ain't gonna be squashing dudes.
Did we determine Nails sucked?
Nails is fucking awful.
Okay, just checking. Alright, well, those are our halftime scores. Del Grango's Discount Seafood, 14-9 over Mitch's Toys and Guns. 3 seed leading that one. And Taxes Roadhouse and Dagum Sings, potential upset in the making there, tied at 10. Big Paul's down by 2 touchdowns too. The 7 seed Burns and Crackle. And we're going to thank one of our many sponsors around South Tucson. You ready for this one, Ben?
I'm ready.
It's Tony and Paul's Child Escort Service.
Hey, Tony! Hey, Paul, what's up? You got a kid? Yeah, we own a business together. I know you got I have a kid, Tony. Hey, your kid needs someone to protect them? I mean, I guess. Your kid needs someone to make them uncomfortable? I'm like, not really. Well, get Tony and Paul's Child Escort Service. Tony, I work for the company. Hey, oh, you a big shot? You too good for me? You can't do a commercial with me? Oh, I didn't know we were doing a commercial. Just put a microphone in front of my face. Hey, Paul, how long you know me? Last week when you came into my business and said, "Hey, we're starting a child escort service," and you never fully explained what it was.
This must be one of their old old clips, old ads we're playing. Okay, when they were just first a burgeoning business, and then they expanded out of Happy Valley, PA, all the way to South Tucson, where if your child needs a ride to after-school activities, they will pull up in one of their windowless white vans and take that kid to soccer practice. Or to some arts and crafts. They might even have arts and crafts in the back of the van. It's Tony and Paul's Child Escort Service. Please stop calling for the other thing.
Hey.
Yeah.
Tony, what's your last name? Oh, what's your last name? I was going to ask questions. What's your last name? Paterno? No, it's Hitler. Oh.
Wait, which ones? Paul? Is it Paul Hitler or Tony Hitler?
I have no out.
I mean, I just needed you to answer one or the other. All I did was I didn't realize I was going to stump you on a 50-50 question.
I think it's Paul Hitler.
Paul Hitler? Okay.
Paul Hitler. Well, what's your last name, Tony? Oh!
It's actually Paterno. And now we're out. That's
Fake my death.
Tony and Paul's Child Escort Service. So fast and efficient, you'll swear you didn't see nothing.
Nice. I like how we just suddenly made a mafioso. What the fuck? How did that happen?
His name's Tony. What the fuck else am I gonna do?
I guess.
Hello, I'm Tony. Oh,
Hello.
Davis. Hey, this Tony. Child Escort Service. Hey, I'm Tony, man.
Yeah, because no one named Anthony is. Everyone named Anthony is Italian. Rafonso Gronson with the return for Dagum Sings. They're tied up 10-10.
And I'm just busy thinking about where Tony's from.
The old
The
country.
meat packing district, cause I'm packing some meat. Oh!
11 on the play.
Brian must have forgotten about the mafiosos that allegedly run Mama Logano's. Yeah. 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 Mama Logano's, by the way, is the oldest. Fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and say they're the oldest business in South Tucson. But I'm gonna go ahead and say that they are the oldest name that was come up for of any of this. Because that came out of Mama Logano's House of Legitimate Spaghetti and Firearms, which was a random thing that was said back in our podcasting days. Yeah, I can go even more into it, but like I'm not gonna. How
I don't even remember that.
it was when we were doing like live pay-per-view commentary.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And there was a character known as Fred Everett, the funny man of the ring.
Oh man.
And I was doing commentary with Fred Everett, who sounds like when our buddy Fitzy has a sore throat. Touchdown Burns and Crackle, by the way, they are going to be up by 21 points. Big Paul's, no answer.
21!
Greg McMuffin has just been a non-factor in this game. He must be thinking about sandwiches. And I decided, you know, because it's always funny to ask, Fred Everett, where can people be hearing him? Get his plugs out, you know? Where is he performing? And he was performing at Mama Logano's House of Legitimate Spaghetti and Firearms. And the fact that it was the spaghetti that was legitimate made me laugh so damn hard.
That's a gain of 7 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Don't get too excited, Ben, by the way. I'm just leaving that out there. But yeah, yeah, that's an old. That's how jokes get recycled. Something funny happens and it gets forgotten and it gets brought back, and it has a new life to it.
It's best when you like forget about one for 10 years and you're like, oh, that was the funniest thing I ever heard about.
Or just give a completely different context, like Mama Logano's is now just a restaurant in South Tucson. There are a couple of things. I forget what it was. Like, I think the Diddler Cup, some of the cars in the Diddler Cup definitely are like old references. Like Jasper Cuddy Sark being a driver.
Jasper Cuddy Sark. That's my boy right there.
That was the Sling Blade guy.
Just keep doing what you do.
Yep. Have you watched Mance Warner do promos yet?
I've been sent it, and I haven't. I was sent it when I was on vacation.
That's basically.
I know everyone tells me that Jimmy Dupree's real, and it's Mance Warner. It's like
Mance
it's
Warner
scary and
as far as,
exciting.
like, yeah, as far as like it's the Boogie Woogie Man, Rob McBride, but it's also Mance Warner.
I wanna I wanna be like, hey, people say we're the same person.
He's great.
But there's no way to not be weird about
and
it.
Mance Warner also, like Jimmy Dupree, has a lot of nicknames. He's the king of the trailer court, Lariats and Light Beer, the medium-sized man beast, and the strong style psycho. Sorry, no, not the strong style, the southern psycho. The medium-sized man beast is great.
I'll just send him a playlist to be like, you doing this, what you need to do.
For a while, he was the king of big dog style.
He's a
Big
school rock
touchdown
guy, right?
by Del Grangos, extending their lead. It is 20-9 over Mitch's Toys and Guns.
He's a school rock guy, right?
He is a School of Rock guy.
Of course he is. He's fucking good.
Yeah, because he's fantastic.
He's good.
He was basically in the Midwest car last Nova show. It was him, Tripp, Bentley, and Sage.
Doop, doop, doop. I don't know why I said that, just because I felt like not relevant to anything. Just, yeah, doop, doop, doop. Midwest.
Fritz, big catch for House of Guffaws. They're up by 3. Kirby Lake airing that one out. That's a 62-yard grab. And that saved a touchdown. But you got to feel like it's almost inevitable. They're down at the 3-yard line. We'll cut back to that one. Here's Big Paul's in a serious hole. Greg McMuffin throwing it downfield. Caught off to the races. Touchdown, Jordan Brown. 63 yards. And Big Paul is only down 2 scores, but 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Plenty of time.
The extra point attempt is good.
And you just know that if Big Paul's was going to just get blown out by Burns and Crackle, that loss is going to stick in their throat, in their larynx, and most of their lungs.
And just kind of stay there and make breathing difficult. Big touchdown for Dagum Singh's Exotic Colors. Diterius Mays, the quarterback, hangs onto it. And they have put the 1 seed in a spot of bother. They're down a touchdown. Could we see all 4 1 seeds go out in the second round in their first game? Texas Roadhouse down by 7. Here's House of Guffaws. Touchdown! Seth Fritz completes it. 5-yard catch. And Kirby Lake completes that brilliant drive with that huge 62-yard catch. I think that was also to Fritz. And House of Guffaws has some more breathing room for the potential upset as the 13 seed over Moist Adventures.
Moist Adventures got to find a way to stop that Guffaws offense, or this could become a laugher late.
Yeah, it's going to be, I mean, it's really drying up for Moist Adventures. It's a 10-point game. It's very arid in the area of Moist Adventures.
Any hope they had is
Chattanooga
just slowly.
Mudslide. Sorry, go ahead.
Any hope they had is just slowly starting to evaporate.
Yep, Chattanooga Mudslide up the middle for a first down. Tackled by Norlando Norida. Mitches down by 12. They're looking to run it all by themselves. Robin Goins, quarterback keeper, punches it in for the touchdown. 21-15. Now I gotta ask Slate, of all these scores right now, are any of these surprising you? Any of these kind of making people notice? Any of these teams really impressing you? They're gonna be threats in the third round?
House of Guffaws in particular. I mean, when they came into this, most people just saw them as an absolute joke, but they're really showing that they came to play.
Not only that, they took out a very difficult team in the first round in Flappy Pappy's Pancake Shanty. Flappy Pappy's now Moist Adventures. These are not easy teams. These are not like weak-seeded teams. They are taking out the 4, the 5 seed, and strong 4 and 5 seeds. Spencer Gifts trying to keep it to himself from Moist Adventures. It's first and goal from the 2. Moist Adventures with their win over Busted Rubber in the first round, 28-23. They're going to match that. Well, not going to match that point total, but they are going to stay in this game. It's only a 3-point game, 23-27. Well, the extra point will make it 24, most likely.
I gotta admit, I'm really nervous about that Texas Roadhouse Dagum Singh score.
Got some money riding out there?
Possibly. I can't legally say whether I do or not, but
That's fair.
I bet all the money in my wallet. But I'm carrying money in my wallet since 2017.
I would be using a fidget spinner right now, but all I have is a butterfly knife, so I'm making do.
Oh, God. As long as you can keep that under control and balanced on your finger. Please don't let that kind of slip through. And yeah. Big Paul's trying to march their way downfield. It's first and 10 from their own 22. Oh, man.
22.
And Big Greg with the bootleg. Caught by Vince White. 17-yard catch, first down, gets out of bounds. 44 seconds to go in the third quarter for this game. And Big Greg, bootleg again. Oh, it's fumbled and picked up by Burns and Crackle. It's a turnover. Nothing is going in the way of Big Paul's Mexican's Car Wash. Just when Greg McMuffin is starting to really feel the offense, they pull off a big takeaway there.
Very strong defense by the law firm. They're usually strong on offense, though, aren't they?
They certainly are. Burns and Crackle.
47 Mike, 47 Mike, Mike 47.
Here we're seeing Del Grangos with a slim 5-point lead. Forced to throw it away. They were hurried. Jim Bob Coutre, the quarterback for that. 4th and 2. They're going to have to punt it. They're, I think, the first game to enter the fourth quarter. 4:13 to go in this game. And it is a one-score game. We got 3 games that are only separated by 1 score or less. Only Burns and Crackle are up bigger.
Return for a gain of 10 yards.
Well, you know what they say, bigger's not always better. Except this particular instance where it absolutely is.
Adams on the tackle at the 49-yard line. That makes it 2nd and 2.
Meanwhile, the Mitch's Toy Guns offense running a lot out of the shotgun, not so much out of the pistol.
You know, sometimes it's just a matter of personal preference. But Texas Roadhouse, a huge catch.
Thought the score would be bigger.
Which one?
It's a Roadhouse joke.
Okay, gotcha, sorry.
Dalton! It's Dalton! You're too stupid to have a good time. Used to fuck guys like you back in prison, tearing throats out by the riverbed, you know, the usual.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
I'm sorry, I'm not used to Roadhouse, the movie jokes for Texas Roadhouse.
Is that sarcasm, or is that really?
No, I'm legitimately not. I mean, the inherent pun is on the steakhouse, Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, goddamn. Oh, Patrick Swayze. Oh.
It's definitely a breath of fresh air.
I hear Roadhouse and I just think about fucking. It's the best. Roadhouse is a perfect cable movie. Oh, channel. Roadhouse is on. All right, go until when he throws the chips up the rope by the riverbed.
Hold my calls.
I caught Jaws last night when it was like they got on the boat to go find Jaws, and I was like, yes, I tuned in just in time. Stay till the speech, then I can go to bed.
Nice. You're like, I'm good.
Some of those shark's eyes, the black eyes, like a doll's eyes. Just do anything in your life. Just picture that speech, like just anything in your life. Just say it has doll's eyes and starts laughing. Like something about a
Out of time. Kirby Lake just runs it in himself. Back to 10 points. Moist Adventures just cannot stop the flow of offense from House of Guffaws.
Doll's eyes.
Right. It's all about making it sound natural.
Yeah, example. The thing about Lee Corso is he has black eyes, like a doll's eyes. Say it about anything, and it just is hilarious. It's just because Quint is the best.
Really is. Huge throw to the end zone. Touchdown, Big Pauls. This game ain't over yet. They just closed it to 1 score.
I'll stop.
Was the out of nowhere and never explained monster truck.
It's fucking Roadhouse.
Yeah, when does a monster truck ever need exposition?
That's why Monster Jam fares so poorly. People need context.
Yeah, this I want to see this giant truck do a backflip and crush a bunch of cars, but I need to know what its motivation is when
Why
doing it.
is Truckosaurus destroying everything? I'm not buying it. It's a
What is the life goal of this monster truck?
One more real quick.
Personal foul.
Something about Truckosaurus's eyes. Like a black eyes.
There you go.
Like a doll's eyes.
I just feel like if the Carolina Crusher wouldn't crush its own feelings, it might win more races.
What was the vampire one?
First Blood?
Was it First Blood?
There was a truck called First Blood.
Well, I just
Are you
remember
talking
on
about
the
Monster
TV
Wars? I believe First Blood had to be
No,
the vampire one. Probably had to be First Blood. What else
He
could it have
sucked.
been?
He was not very good. He didn't last long.
The character, I'm assuming you mean, because the truck's
Yeah, he wasn't around for a long time. Yeah, he wasn't around for tons. God, Monster Wars was so cool as a kid, and looking back, like, I would watch Monster Wars, and once the guys were done talking, I'd be like, oh, Monster Trucks are okay, but I was, like, so pumped for the guys. I was like, it's wrestling! But then it wasn't.
Kind of was, but it wasn't. Because, like, it was always weird, like, one of those, Billy Geschwend with a 9-yard touchdown catch from Moist Adventures. Again, this one not over yet, but you got to imagine it's going to hinge on them recovering the onside kick. There's 1:07 to go. House of Guffaws could absolutely...
Monster Wars is one of those things that just, like, it's so hard to explain to people who didn't see it. Like, because it's, and you watch it, does not hold up, but it's
Because
like,
Monster Truck Racing, to someone who's not familiar with it, is hard enough to explain as it is. But yes, my favorite was always when, like, one of the truck, and that it's been reminded to me that the first champion of Monster Wars was Barefoot, that didn't have a character.
There's only like 5 or 6 characters, right?
Yeah, they didn't all have characters, and that was always the weird thing, is like when one of the ones that was doing really well didn't have a character, and it's like, here's the Gravedigger talking about whatever truck he's racing against, and they don't have someone else to go up against them. Because, like, Gravedigger had, like, the skull guy. Carolina Crusher had the construction worker. First Blood had the vampire. The Equalizer had some, like, Captain America in an ice storm looking dude.
Predator was the worst.
Predator was the cast of cats.
I'm watching it now. He's the worst.
I'm trying to remember what else they had. Was it Invader that had, like, the spaceman guy? Taurus had a cowboy, yeah.
Monster Wars.
Invader had a Spacheman, yes.
Carolina Crusher, Equalizer was a superhero, First Blood was a vampire, Gravedigger. Invader was a robot, Predator was half man, half panther, and Tauros was a cowboy. UFO didn't have a character for some reason.
Right, UFO I think was another truck that just got repainted, and it was a really lazy paint job. It was just a yellow truck that just had the word UFO written on the side of it in like red and blue. Texas Roadhouse have taken the lead in the dying seconds of this. The 1 seed is safe for now. Dagum Sings put in a valiant effort, but it looks like Texas Roadhouse will squeak away with the win. Here's House of Guffaws. They just made a first down. This is going to be over. They can kneel this one out. Tropical Thunder really wasn't in Monster Wars that much, though. Like, I don't remember it, though. Tropical Thunder also, by the way, is the old Nightlife truck, for those not as familiar, but maybe have heard of the Nightlife truck.
Oh, God, Gravedigger looks so fucking bad.
Oh, they all look terrible.
I don't remember.
There's Mitch's Toys and Guns. Mitch's Toys and Guns with 57 seconds to go are inside on the 5-yard line with first and goal, down 5 points. They could take the lead here in the final minute. They're going to spike it
That brings up second and goal.
and let the clock stop because they are out of timeouts. So as where it stands right now, Burns and Crackle Mesothelium Law Firm, 2-touchdown lead. That is probably in the bag. Touchdown, West Beverly Mitches have taken the lead in the last minute of this game. Texas Roadhouse pretty much won it with 7 seconds to go. Burns and Crackle up 2 touchdowns late. That's probably over. House of Guffaws up 3. That's pretty close, but they have done, I think, what they needed to do. Mitch's Toys and Guns have taken the lead with 54 seconds to go. They get the 2-point conversion. It's Markeith Childs.
And I'm so disappointed with that House of Gaffaw score. You know, Moist Adventures was so close and they let it slip away.
Yep, and Big Paws are going to make a game of it. There's still 1:05 to go. They score a touchdown. It's going to hinge on the onside kick, which we've seen in South Tucson not really be the most successful thing. They got to kick the extra point first. It's a 7-point game. Will Greg McMuffin have a chance to lead his team to force a tie and perhaps overtime? There's the onside kick. Nope, it's going to go right to Burns and Crackle.
Well,
And Del Grango's a field goal to force overtime. Oh, it's picked off. 4th and 8. It's picked off. Mitch's, with a second turnover in this game, have put a nail in it. They have thrown the seafood into the dumpster. And they will move on as an 11 seed. So we're going to start right now and go through the brackets. This is the round of 16, the third round matchups. Rusty Pipe Job, the 8 seed, taking on the 4 seed Holy Balls. Mitch's Toys and Guns, the 11 seed, taking on number 7 seed Shoeless Jim's Diabetic Candy Store. That's an 8, a 4, an 11, and a 7. We got the conference breakdown some other time as well. Crossbow of the Month Club defeated Hootenannies as a 9 seed. They're taking on the 13 seed House of Guffaws. 11 and 15 Ballet Bobs versus Rancho Robusto. A lot of high seeds in that one. Texas Roadhouse, the 1 seed, will take on World of Shrapnel, the 13 seed. And it'll be 7 versus 11 as the Wandering Lush take on Nothing But Borscht. We're heading back to Big Paul's and Burns and Crackle. Burns and Crackle have a chance. It's 4th and 4. If they can convert this, it will be all over. They can kneel it out. And they got to hope for Big Paul's have got to hope to make a stop. And then with whatever time they have left, the 10 seconds or so. Here we go. There's the snap. And it's a first down for Teddy Graham, effectively icing the game. It is all over. Big Paul's Mexicanless Car Wash drop as a 2 seed. All the 2 seeds are out of this tournament. And it'll be Burns and Crackle, Mesothelioma Law Firm, the 7 seed, taking on You Need a Clown in what should be a fantastic third round matchup. The other half of that bracket is Pablo's Roadside Tacos, the 8 seed, taking on number 13 seed Welders of the Universe. I am liking that region right now. Pablo's, Welders, You Need a Clown, and Burns and Crackle. That's a strong, strong bracket. Taxes, Shrapnel, Borscht, and the Wandering Lush. I think I'm still liking Texas Roadhouse in that one until they prove me otherwise. Crossbow, House of Guffaws, Ballet Bobs, and Rancho Robusto. Anyone's game in that one. And Holy Balls, Rusty Pipe Job, Mitch's Toys and Guns, and Shoeless Jim's. Rusty Pipe Job looked pretty strong. I would not be surprised if they keep moving through this. Any thoughts on these games, gentlemen?
I'm quietly impressed with the offense by Burns and Crackle Mesothelioma Law Firm, but their defense is a whole different story. They need to get some quick 3-and-outs and give the defense a chance to rest.
You know, no doubt about that. I think they knew they were going into a shootout with Big Paul's. That's that high-octane offense of Greg McMuffin and Big Paul's Mexicanless Car Wash. You know, I think they did what they needed to do. I agree with you, but I think they kind of knew they were in for a shootout. And you know what? They played Big Paul's game better than Big Paul's. But nonetheless, there you're seeing the brackets from tonight's game. Stay tuned. We'll announce when our 7th episode of the Corso Cup will air. It'll be round of 16 action, all 8 games in one night, and we will know who the quarterfinalists of the 2017 Corso Cup will be. There's a lot of great games to check out, and we hope you'll join us. Thank you to Ben Pasco for offering up a variety of banter. And thank you to Slate Blankenship for joining in and providing insight as always. That's going to be it for us. We'll let you know when we're on again. Probably nothing this weekend. I'm going to take some time this weekend to kind of get set up. I got to set up some more Diddler Cup stuff. I got to get this thing moving as well. But that is it from us. We will talk to you very soon. We'll be around. But that is it from the Corso Cup. The second round is in the books. We'll be back with the third round. 16 teams will become 8 as they all get one step closer to lifting that trophy that's on fire. For everybody joining me tonight, I'm Brian. Thank you and good night from South Tucson.